Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Today I want to show you some very good patterns, both for beginners and for more advanced crocheters, that I've made myself in the past or right now. So without too much talking, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first pattern I want to talk about a lot is this dragon, and I've made so many of those. Like, I will show you all the different variations that I made. And this pattern is by Stringy Ding Ding, I think. It's on their blog, and honestly their patterns are so amazing. I would suggest like checking out all of them because they're just so good. And this dragon is like on the larger plushy scale, but it is so amazing, and seriously you can have so much fun with this and customize the accessories a little bit more, you know. It's such a good pattern and so easy to follow too. And the next pattern that I've already talked about on this channel, and I know about that, but it's so cute, are those dinos. And this one has no legs, this one has legs. I know it is a little crooked, but I kind of messed it up. But it is by Studio Phoba on IG, and I feel like a lot of us know this pattern, but it's just so adorable. And I personally love the ones without the legs. Unfortunately, not a lot of people do because this guy still haven't got sold. But it just looks like a little jelly bean. Just look at him, he's so squishy. And I absolutely love him. This one, as I said, is a little crooked, but the pattern is really easy to follow for beginners. It teaches you stuff like bubble stitches here on the hands. So I think it is very good. And also the spikes, they seem complicated, but it is very easy to make them. And the spikes and the legs, oh, and the tail, I'm sorry, are the only things that you need to sew. So yeah, it's just a look pattern. Okay, and as we are talking about like basic patterns, I want to talk about this bee. And I've made this one too from the same pattern. And it's just like a bumblebee pattern, and it's so cute because I love the, let's say, the length of this bee, because some bee patterns are very circle-like, very square, and this one is just a little longer. And also the wings are the only thing that you have to sew, and they're also like extremely easy to sew on, but you can also crochet them in. I think it's not really explained in the pattern, but if you just, you know, if you work it out yourself, you can just crochet them in. But I think they also look very cute sewed on, so that's just a little bee. Next one I want to show you is a super market friendly pattern, because it's this little octopus. I think it is an octopus, I'm sorry if it's not, but it is this little guy, and this little guy is super easy to make for markets. But it's also like not that small, you know. If you put it on display like this, it is pretty big, like maybe not big, but it isn't like a extremely mini item. But it also takes like, I don't know, half an hour to make, and it is super cute, and you can make all the different colors. I only have this in blue, but I also want to make some pink and some green ones actually, because I think this would look so cute. But it's just cute little guy. And a bundle of patterns I want to talk about is like the Pokemon bundle. It is actually on YouTube. There's a tutorial. I will obviously put the link down in the description. But I made this Pikachu back in the day. I made like 2 of those from this pattern, and they're super cute. There's, I think, I'm sorry if I got it wrong, but I think there's also Charmander and Squirrel in this tutorial. So this is just like super cute if you want to make some Pokemon plushies. So this is just so cute if you have, for example, a friend who likes Pokemon, and like a kid in your family, because this is such a good gift in my opinion. And it's also like the perfect size. It's like similar to the cow I showed you, so it's perfect, like huggable size. Another pattern that I've actually talked about in my last video is the turtle pattern, but I need to talk about this again because the turtles, I have no right on me right now, I'm so sorry, I can show you, but I've made so many turtles with this pattern from Crochet by Jenna, and she's like one of my favorite crochet YouTubers. And the pattern is just so good. Like the pattern is actually paid for, but there is a free tutorial for both the mini turtle and the normal size turtle, so we can just, you know, follow the tutorial. I think the pattern is also written in the comments, so if you want to check that out, seriously just check it out because the pattern is so cute. And you can make like so many different turtles. I, for example, made this pumpkin turtle and it's so adorable, you know what I mean? It's like... The next plushie I want to talk about is this giraffe, and it is a super good pattern in my opinion for like smaller children because it's so just huggable because the legs are flowy and it's also a very low sew. The only thing I had to sew in this are the ears and the horns, I think. So this is such a good pattern for like market prep for bigger items because it is quite on the larger side, but it is also like very easy with the low sew. And a plushie that was actually my first one to sell was this cow, and I've also had this made with the same pattern, and the pattern is so great. I feel like we all know this. It also has a little tail on the back. It does like the cutest little thing that I know. And this pattern is seriously so easy. I think it's on Instagram. I don't know. I will link all the patterns in the description box, so go check them out. But this pattern I think was on Instagram and it's so cute. The horn like mushrooms, I just crocheted them by myself. Those are not in the pattern, but the cow is in the pattern and it's so adorable. Like, look at him. And he's also the perfect plush size. I absolutely love this size of plushies that's like not big but also not mini because they just make perfect like huggable plushies. There is also one pattern on Instagram that I really want to talk about, and it is this chubby owl. And unfortunately I have this owl but it's not made with the same pattern, so like I won't show this one to you because it's not the same. But it's this little owl and it's very low sew. Actually, like the ears are just made with the head and all that stuff, so it's like super quick actually, and it's so cute because it's very like circle-like and it's very chubby. So this is just so perfect and so little work for such a cute plushie. And on Instagram there are actually a lot of good free patterns. Seriously, check Instagram out. But there's also this toddler pattern that I found like recently, and it's an older pattern but it looks so cute, and the eyes makes it for me like I absolutely love it. And it is also low sew. I think you only have to sew the ears on because the arms are made with bubble stitches. So it is a very good pattern also for market prep. It's super quick. The only like thing that you have to do is the color change because that may take a little more time. But I think it is seriously worth it, especially that it is so cute and it's Totoro. Like, obviously Totoro is going to be cute. And one super popular pattern back in the day, like I cannot with how popular this pattern was, is this frog one. And this is also on Instagram. I haven't made one of those, unfortunately, when the hype was up, but it was super popular and I always thought that it was a paid pattern by someone on Etsy, and I just found this free one and I'm like, okay, I need to make this. I need to make this now, even though the hype is over. I seriously need to make this. And it's just a little cute frog, like the leggy froggies. You know, you can cross their arms or cross the legs. And I also, when I was searching for the Totoro pattern, like when I found it, I also found those axolotls, and I actually forgot about them because I tried making them back in the day and I just gave up because I was a beginner. But now as I think of this, I need to make one of those because they're super cute and they're like, I think they're no-sew. I'm not sure because I think you might have to add the little frills over on the head, but they're low sew for sure. And they're also like so mini, like they're just so squishy in my opinion. So seriously, I think it's really worth making them in like some different color variations, for example blue and pink and blue, and you know, we have a little pair of cute little axolotls. And actually with the giraffe that I showed you before also comes this dino pattern, and it is made on a like very similar note. Like the legs are just made into the body and the arms too, but the face for me is what makes this plushie, and it's actually super huggable because it's the same as this giraffe that I showed you, this one right here. Oh my god, this one, I can't point. But it is the same as this giraffe, and it is super good, as I said, for babies in my opinion, because there is, there is some stuffing and it's not like a blanket, but there is also way less stuffing and it's more wiggly, as I can say, than a regular plushie. So in my opinion, super worth it, because look at this, look at this dinosaur. And talking about dinosaurs, I know I already showed you this pattern, but seriously, check this pattern out if you're a beginner and you want to like learn to do some bubble stitches, for example. Check this pattern out because it was my first ever pattern and it is so worth it because it's super easy to follow. And also, as I'm talking about my first ever plushies, I want to show you this guy. And I know he is funny, funny looking, let's say, but actually, if you're a beginner and you want to learn how to crochet, this tutorial for this whale is super good. And I know he does not really give off good credits for this pattern, maybe, but it was my first ever plushie. So I feel like with the dino, I made them on the same day. So I feel like with this, with the fact that it's my first ever plushie, I can really guarantee you that this pattern is very good, and it's actually like a tutorial on YouTube. So seriously, if you want to learn to crochet, then I really recommend this one and the dino one. Seriously. And also the one by Crochet by Jenna, the turtle one that I showed you, is also very good, I think, for beginners. And like, it is a little harder, I think, because there's, the color change. Okay, there's also color change in this one, but you have to sew on something, so it might be a little harder, but I think it is also very good for beginners. So just check those out. And one creator I want to talk about, because it's not about only one singular pattern but about a whole creator. I want to talk about Roses and Lily Crochet, because on their blog there is so many good patterns, just like Stringy Ding Ding. There is like so many amazing patterns that I still can't get to make myself because I have no time, but they're super good. And every single time I follow a pattern from them, I don't get lost. Like some patterns, some patterns, they're just a few mistakes or something and you just think to yourself like, what am I doing wrong? But with those, the patterns are extremely well written and I absolutely love them. And they're all so amazing and extraordinary plushies that you can make. So seriously, Roses and Lily Crochet and Stringy Ding Ding, check those two blogs out. The links will be in the description. I think those will be like the first links that I will put in, because those are seriously very worth. And if you don't know what to crochet, you can just check those pages out and you will know immediately what to make. So really check those out. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate you all here, and I hope that you will get to make those patterns. If you ever make one, just tell me in the comments like, oh, I made this plushie, and I will be super excited to see it. So bye bye everyone!